Yep. Hi everybody, my name is Jenny Ernst and I vlog weekly about my life as a reserve flight attendant. If you don't know what a reserve is, then keep watching and you'll find out. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. Either way. As a flight attendant, I mention a lot of stuff in my vlogs that you probably haven't heard before, or if you have, you don't know what it is, because a lot of our words and terminology and jargon are stuff that either have different meanings outside of the airline industry or aren't used outside of the airline industry at all. What I'm going to do is try to explain some of these common words so that y'all can understand what I'm saying and what your flight attendants on future flights are saying. Bidding. Bidding is basically how we get our schedules for everything. We bid for vacation, we bid for our monthly schedules, and reserve flight attendants bid for trips either the following day or to be on call. Seniority is kind of everything in the airline industry. If you have been here for a very long time, you are what's known as a senior mama. Senior mamas pretty much get whatever trips that they want because they have seniority. That's why they're a senior mama. I think other airlines call them like dinosaurs or something. I don't know how I feel about that. We say senior mama and it's just fun to say and it doesn't sound so mean. Line holder or block holder, the terms can be used interchangeably. These are flight attendants that know their schedule for the month. They know what trips they are flying, when they are flying them, and where they are flying to. They are not ever on call, they just know when they have to be at the airport and when they will get back. Reserve. I am a reserve flight attendant. That means that when I'm going into the month, I only know what days off I have. All of the other days, I'm on call. So I can go in and bid for any trips that haven't been covered yet for the following day, or I can just be on call. A RAP. A RAP is the reserve availability period that you are assigned when you're on call. You can put in your preference of which one you'd like to be in. You have the option of RAP A, which is from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m., RAP B, which is from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., or RAP C, which is from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. So there is somebody on call all hours of the day. You'll notice that they do overlap. They try to use all the reserves from the first RAP before they go into the second one. So they'll try to use all the ones out of RAP A before they go to RAP B, and they'll try to use all the ones out of RAP B before they go to RAP C. You get it. When you are sitting in a reserve availability period, you have the option to call in and go aggressive. Aggressive just means that you are calling scheduling and you are saying that you want to fly and this is what you want to fly. So if any of those trips pop up, they will call you before they go to the regular reserve list. OPR. OPR is the on-premise reserve. We have, I think, 5 shifts throughout the day. They are 4-hour shifts and there's usually 4 flight attendants sitting each shift. What an OPR flight attendant is used for is anything last minute. If somebody calls in sick or is running late, or like I said, anything last minute. If you're just sitting in a RAP at your house, then you get 2 hours to get to the airport. Obviously, if something happens at the last minute and they need somebody within 10 or 20 minutes, then they'll just call one of the OPR flight attendants sitting down in the crew room to come up and work the trip. Or those flight attendants are also used to board a plane to help prevent a delay as well. If there's a flight attendant running late, but they're gonna get there before departure, then in order to still maintain an on-time departure, they'll call up an OPR flight attendant so that way they can board the plane, get everybody on there, and like I said, there can still be an on-time departure. A deadhead. A deadhead is basically when the company is just flying you from point A to point B. Let's say they need you to work a flight from Phoenix to Los Angeles, but you're in Nashville. But they don't need you to work the flight from Nashville to Phoenix. So we sit amongst the passengers in a regular seat, and it's just the company flying us from point A to point B so that way we can work the trip that they need us to work. Contrary to the deadhead is non-revving. Non-rev means that we are a non-revenue passenger. This is when we are flying standby. It's one of the perks that we have, sort of perk. We fly for free or for very cheap, but it's only if there's an open seat. Hence we are standing by. So every time that a flight attendant is going home or going to visit somebody or going on vacation, we are non-revving. The jump seat. The jump seat is the seat that we sit in. There are a couple extra jump seats, so if you're trying to get somewhere on a day off or you're going on vacation or something, we as flight attendants have the option to sit on one of the empty jump seats instead of sitting in a passenger seat. Being able to jump seat comes in handy a lot for commuters. A commuter is somebody who is based in one city but lives in another. They fly into their base cities. I am based in Charlotte, and I live in Charlotte, so I'm not a commuter. But if I lived in Jacksonville, Florida, then I would have to fly into Charlotte to work any trips or fly into Charlotte for the time that I'm on call. A slam click. A slam click is a flight attendant that as soon as they get to the hotel, they slam their door and click the lock, and you don't see them until it's time to leave the hotel. Landing lips. Lipstick, basically. Sometimes lipstick doesn't last throughout the whole flight, so when it gets close to landing and we have to say bye to everybody and stand there and smile, we gotta put on our landing lips. If you ever notice that your flight attendant is wearing heels during the safety demo, but then when she's coming through with the cart at 35,000 feet, she's suddenly in flats, that's because those heels are her concourse shoes. I always have my concourse shoes or my heels, and then I've got some comfy flats to put on for service. And that is the majority of all of the terms that I use on almost a daily basis. So if you do follow my vlogs, I hope now you'll be able to kind of understand what I'm saying and I won't have to repeat myself so much. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. All of my social media links are down below. Also down below is the comment section. Feel free to leave any comments or questions that you might have, and I will get to them as soon as I can. I plan on doing a bunch of more videos like this, so if you have any ideas or anything that you would like to see, I would love to know. Again, go ahead and leave those in the comments. If you're not already subscribed, then you should definitely do that so that way you know every time I put out a new video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all soon. Bye! Did you all see the posters, the images that came out for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them? I have been so hyped up about it all day.